Hey, it's Jason with Agents Lead Machine, and welcome to the first advanced strategy video. And in this one, I'm going to show you how to use the blog section on your WordPress site to perform a couple of different functions. The first is what we call SEO, which stands for search engine optimization. And what that does is it gets your site ranked in Google so that people can find you when they do searches through Google. Really how Google, a big part of how they rank a site, where it falls in the search engines, whether it's on the first page or it's on the 157th page, is by how much content that you're putting on the site. So that's the first part, is just adding posts and content to your site in order to help with that search engine rankings. And in the second part of it is I'm going to show you real quickly how you can use these posts and this content to actually attract more people back to your site and get them to purchase from you. So here's how you go ahead and do it. I showed you how to log into the back end of WordPress in a previous video, so we're going to assume that you already saw that and you recognize this as the dashboard of the back end of your WordPress. So you're going to go here and you're going to do Add New for Posts. Now, if you signed up for the Traffic School program, you're actually going to get some pre-done content to add in here as a post, and you'll be able to simply copy and paste this. But we're going to assume that you are starting from scratch here, and you're just adding some extra content of your own. Now, what you want to do is really think of this area as a place to put an article that would pertain to the topic of your site. So the site that I'm on here is whole life insurance, and we're positioning the whole life insurance as a financial alternative. So I try to write my articles in a couple of different formats. The most powerful format is to actually squash an objection that somebody has to whole life insurance. So you might want to sit down and think up a bunch of different possible objections that people have, and then you can come up with a short article for each one. So what I'm going to do real quick here is pause the video, and I'm going to pull up an article that I already did, and I'll show you how to put it in here. Alright, so here's an article that I had written, and it's about whole life insurance. If it's a lousy place to put your money. That's a real common objection that I get from many people. So I went and wrote this article that addresses that, and then we have a real strong call to action at the end of the article where we're telling these people to go and get and request our complimentary, no risk, no taxes financial blueprint by either calling our office or clicking the link below. And then what I do is I insert the link to the page where they can request the blueprint on the site. So basically all you have to do is, this is our title here. We're going to copy this. We're going to come back to the WordPress site. We're going to simply paste that into this top bar right here. That's your title bar. We're going to come back to the article. We're going to copy the rest of this here. Now what I usually do is write my articles in Notepad, because if you write them in Word, when you're transmitting them into a web format like this, Word will actually input extra characters, and it'll make the formatting appear funny. And even sometimes when you use Notepad, you'll see some of the things, the formatting comes out a little bit funny, so you might have to go through and do a little bit of reformatting to get it to look the way that you want. I'm not going to go through all that right here, right now. Then you're going to want to replace this with the link to your blueprint page. Excuse me. How you can find that, if you go up to this link here, this will actually take you to your home page, but if you click straight on it, it's going to erase everything that you already put in here. So if you hold in Control and hit click, it'll actually open that in a new tab in your browser. So you can just pull up that little tab right here. It's going to take you straight to the home page. And I'm going to pause this because my computer's running slow right now. Okay, we're back. So you can click on this little bar right here. That's your Blueprint page. It's going to take you right over to that page, and you can just simply copy the URL from right there. Come back over to this part, and then we're going to paste that right into the post. Right at the bottom there. And once you have it all formatted and you have your link inside there, all you do is click this publish button right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. It's going to publish the post, and it'll tell you at the top that it is when it's finished. So we're going to just wait for that to refresh. Okay, so it's finished. And what I always do is, since I usually have this other tab open, I'm just going to click back over onto that real quick. And all of your posts that you put into here are going to show up on this page that we call blog. So we're going to click on that. And voila, there's our article. And you can see I didn't go through and format it all, so it looks kind of funky, but you can go ahead and do that on yours. And then we got our link right here, and you know what? I made a mistake, and that's why we check these things. I did not hyperlink that, so it actually doesn't click over. So what we're going to want to do is come back in here, and I'm glad that I caught that. We're going to copy this, and I'm going to show you how to use some what's called anchor text to make this look a little bit better. So we're going to go click here to get your blueprint today. Okay, then we're going to highlight that. And then we're going to click this little button that looks like a chain right there. That's actually your link button. And I apologize, I totally missed that the first time we went through here, but it's a good lesson to show you right now. Okay, so then where it says link URL, we're going to paste in the URL to the Blueprint page. And what I always like to do is just set this target to open in the same window, and then click insert so that they're not getting a whole bunch of different pages opening up. Okay, anytime you make a change to a post, you're going to want to click this little update button. It'll change to update after you publish it the first time. And then we're going to wait for it to finish. Apparently my computer isn't registering it. There we go. Okay, then we're going to come back over to this tab here, and we're going to refresh the page and make sure that those changes show up. Okay, you see how it changed? Click here to get your blueprint today, and if we mouse over it, there we go, it's a link now. And so if we click it, it's going to take us right over to that blueprint page. Okay, so that's how you get the post in there. That's how you link it to your blueprint. Now what I want to show you is how you use that content to get people back over to your site. So I'm going to pause the video really quick, and I'll be right back. All right, now you probably recognize this from the Aweber videos. This one right here, how this works is, you know, if you have the self install, you're going to be doing this on your own. So you'd log into your Aweber account, and we're going to click on, you're going to find your list over here that's attached to your site, and then we're going to click on messages and then click broadcast. And now if you have us doing the install and the setup and everything for you, all you have to do is just send me an email saying that you added a post to your site and you want me to send out a broadcast message to your list to get people to come view that post, and we'll set it up for you. But just so you know that how the process works, or if you are doing the self-install, let me just show you simply how to do that. We're going to click create the broadcast message, and then we're going to create a little email announcing the post. So what I tend to do is actually use the title of the post as the subject of the email. highlighting works. So we're going to copy that. And we're going to paste it right in here. Okay. And then you just type in a little brief message, you know, hi. We want to introduce yourself first. It's Jason from No Risk, No Taxes Blueprint.com here, and I just wrote this new article that you might find useful. You can see it right here. And then you insert your link to the page. Okay, so the link to your post is going to be back on your site, so just so you know where that is. I'm going to go back here. It'll be on your blog page. And so then you just copy that, paste it into the right section of the email. And then close it off. Take care. Jason. Okay, you can get more in-depth, with that if you want to. That's completely up to you. I just wanted to show you a real quick thing. So what we're also going to do is copy that because it's in the HTML section. We're going to paste it into the plain text section, and then we're going to schedule it to go out. You can send it immediately, or you can set it to a later date. And then you hit save message. And then on the next page, we're going to click the little Q button when that pops up. And that would send out the message to all the people on your list at one time. Very, very simple. All right, so now there's a couple other things that you can do if maybe don't consider yourself to be a real good writer, or you don't have the time to sit down and write an article about these things. There are a couple of different things that I'm going to show you. One I'm just going to talk about, and that's if your company has some really good pre-done materials that you can copy and paste into there that really reinforce the concept behind your site to people and do a good job of explaining it. You might want to put that into there and then just add a quick call to action at the end. Or another thing that you can do is you can come out here to ezingarticles.com, and they have 313,888 authors on their website that put up all of this great content. They really filter it down, and it's good material that's on here. And so you can come out to here and you can type in whole life insurance and search that. And you can actually publish these articles on your website. When authors put up information on there that they've published, they give permission for you to put it on there. Now, the one thing that you can't do is remove their credit. So when you get in and look at an article, they're going to have a little link that says that it's from them, and you got to leave that there. But that's it. And then you can just add in a quick call to action at the end of the article, having them to request a blueprint from you, and that's it. There's all kinds of great articles. You can look through here, find one that suits your fancy, that you think your customers would like, and you can copy and paste it right into your blog section. So that's a really great way to get free good content without having to create it on your own. So that's it to this advanced strategy. If you have any questions, feel free to email me or give me a call. I will see you